Florida sun shimmered on the turquoise waves as I strolled along Miami Beach with my camera crew, ready to ask one question. How did you get rich? The first person we spotted was a man in his 60s, relaxing outside a massive glass mansion overlooking the water. His gold watch gleamed brighter than the afternoon sun. When I asked, he laughed softly. "Son, it wasn't luck. It was land." He explained how, 30 years ago, he bought swamps in Florida that no one wanted. They called it worthless. Said it was mosquito heaven. I bought 50 acres for pennies. A decade later, developers knocked on his door. That swamp became a luxury housing community. His investment multiplied hundreds of times. "Everyone wants to get rich overnight," he said, sipping iced tea. "But real wealth? It's patience." I held on for 20 years. Today, I don't work. My money works for me. As we left, I looked back at his sprawling estate, realizing the foundation of his wealth wasn't just land, it was vision. In downtown Miami, the roar of a red Ferrari caught our attention. Its driver, a stylish woman in her 40s, agreed to talk. "How'd you make your money?" I asked. She grinned. "I sold t-shirts. Turns out, she started a small online shop printing motivational quotes on shirts. I was broke, working as a waitress. I borrowed $200 to buy a printer and blank shirts. At first, she barely made sales, but she kept tweaking her designs. One day, a celebrity wore her shirt on Instagram, and sales exploded overnight. I reinvested every dollar into better machines and a full team," she said. Within 3 years, her brand grew into a multi-million-dollar e-commerce business. Now she doesn't just sell shirts, she runs a global clothing empire. Her advice was clear. Start small. Test ideas. You don't need millions to begin, just grit and creativity. The Ferrari's engine roared again as she drove away, leaving me stunned that something so simple as t-shirts could build such fortune. Further north in Palm Beach, we found an old man sitting by the pier with a fishing rod. His faded hat didn't scream wealthy, but when I asked him how he got rich, he chuckled. "Son, I was a fisherman, but I learned one thing. Fish spoil fast, stocks don't." He worked decades on boats, saving little by little. Instead, creativity. The Ferrari's engine roared again as she drove away, leaving me stunned that something so simple as t-shirts could build such fortune. Further north in Palm Beach, we found an old man sitting by the pier with a fishing rod. His faded hat didn't scream wealthy, but when I asked him how he got rich, he chuckled. "Son, I was a fisherman, but I learned one thing. Fish spoil fast, stocks don't." He worked decades on boats, saving little by little. Instead, believed would outlast me. It struck me wealth wasn't about how much you earned, but how much you kept and grew. In Fort Lauderdale, we spotted a woman stepping out of a sleek black SUV, wearing a business suit sharp enough to cut glass. She introduced herself as Angela, the real estate queen. "How did you build your fortune?" I asked. "Simple," she replied. "I bought what no one else wanted." She explained how during the 2008 housing crash, she scraped together savings to buy foreclosed homes. People thought I was crazy. Banks were practically giving them away. I bought 5 rundown houses when everyone was panicking. She renovated them herself, renting them out to families. As the market recovered, property values skyrocketed. Now, I own over 200 properties across Florida. Every month, rental checks roll in. Her lesson was bold but practical. Wealth comes from courage. When everyone's scared, that's when opportunity is loudest. Watching her drive away, I realized her fortune wasn't built in times of prosperity, it was built in times of fear. The final stop was a luxury yacht docked in Miami Marina. A young man in his 30s welcomed us aboard. He looked more like a surfer than a millionaire. "How'd you get rich?" I asked. He smiled. "Apps." He shared how in college, he created a mobile app that helped people track workouts. At first, it made barely enough to cover hosting fees. But after fitness influencers promoted it, downloads exploded. He sold ad space, launched premium features, and within 5 years, a big tech company bought his app for $20 million. "I didn't invent the wheel," he shrugged. "I just solved a small problem millions of people had." As the yacht swayed gently in the evening breeze, he left us with parting advice. Don't chase money. Chase problems. Solve them well. And money will chase you. The Florida sun dipped below the horizon, and as I packed my gear, I realized every story carried the same theme: wealth wasn't magic. It was vision, patience, courage, and persistence.